Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so in this topic, I'm going to be discussing about if you're jobless and you don't have a place of your own, or you do have a place of your own, and or you're staying with someone. Bottom line is, do not spend your money. Okay, if you cannot go on a budget per day, let's say $5 a day or $10 a day, you know, then you might be able to struggle just a little bit more. Um, but it's better if you don't have any other stream of income, any other sources of income coming in, and you do not have a job, do not spend your money at all, period. Because then you're going to end up right back in a hole, and you're not going to have reliable things to get you back to where you are supposed to be. Okay, what if you come down to a point and you don't have anyone to actually give you something and you need something urgently, and that urgent help will get you a step forward that you may not even get that step forward if you didn't have anything? Um, I find it ridiculous. That was like one of the worst mistakes that have ever happened to me. Is that I sat there and didn't have a job, and I didn't have any other way of receiving money from family members or friends, and I was just like didn't know who else to call on for help but God. And He made some ways, and He provided some ways in order for me to get financially stable, or ways to get things that I needed or wanted, but I still had to rely on other people when there was a crisis situation. It's better if you don't spend anything at all, because there are so many things out there that will enable you for free without you paying anything. The only thing that's going to cost is the fact that you are actually opening up your own mouth and asking or talking to an individual through internet, text message, by phone, verbally in person. You know, it's not that you have to beg anyone, like in a hostile way, or really make someone feel like, it's dangerous. It's not dangerous. It'll be dangerous if you go out there and try to take something from someone. That's dangerous. Or it will be dangerous if you wait too long and you don't actually ask in the right, correct manner. So far as you needing things for your hygiene, that is a need. Okay, your hygiene is a need. But if you look at your city or the town that you live in, there are churches and organizations out there who give that stuff away for free, and businesses, and there a lot of them just have them sitting there and no one takes them. So utilize that instead of going out to the store and spending your last dollar on something that you need when you could have got something that you needed for free. Just makes more sense. You have found a way to conserve your own money right then and there. Even if someone was to work a full-time job and they had things that they needed to do, like pay their bills, or um, provide food for themselves to eat every day, go get clothing, or things like that, you guys, you can get that stuff for free. You don't have to feel ashamed, because they're waiting for you to go out there and utilize these things, because eventually you're not going to need it. But it's not about you going out and about and telling everyone that you got this from this place and that place. It's for you to go ahead and get these resources, and then if someone was to ask you and they're struggling with saving money or having money, they will realize that when they look at you, they can see that this is a way for me to use my resources and I don't have to spend my money. Because the average person that has the amount of money in which you think they do, and pretty much, it doesn't take that long for you to look at someone and tell that, they are responsible enough or they are blessed with a certain amount of things. But at the end of the day, your average person is doing the same thing that you are scared to do, which is go out there, use free resources, and save the money that you actually earned and worked hard for, that you won't be able to see back again until it's time for file your taxes. And I think that is like one of the main things that people consider um, doing, but they don't do because of the amount of stress, um, the way that they feel others may look at them. And if you think about it, I've been through a couple of resources like churches that had food pantries. That's a good emergency resource to use for you to stock your refrigerator up in your kitchen or your cabinets in order for you to eat off of that while you save your money. Because if you think about it, you can be a picky eater, but not everybody is going to be a picky eater as much. You're literally trying to survive. Some of you already eat whatever you can anyway just to survive or just to get from day to day. So why not even try your hardest to use what's out there? You're not even trying hard because the resources that are out there in order to help you live is free, and they're waiting for you to go out there and use them. If you think about it, you won't even be spending, you don't even need that much in every single day out of the week. Your clothing can come from clothing vouchers that are donated, that are given to like churches or special organizations, your local social services department. A lot of churches are going to have this type of stuff for you to get. You can use a lot of things like that. A lot of people that you see aren't buying name brand clothing. They're getting clothing that they like because of the way that it looks, because it's free, and they can see themselves not spending so much money or any money at all. So you don't have to use all of your money or any at all in order to get what you need in life to move forward. If you think about it, your average person did not pay for their clothes. They did. Your everyday person did not pay for their clothes. If they did, they didn't spend no more than a few bucks for their clothes, and that was it. And then they barely go shopping every week or every month. That's something that they keep and reuse because they're always working. They don't need to impress anybody unless it's time for them to go out somewhere. And then they probably didn't even pay for those because they got that for free. So that cut you some money. It cut you a lot of time. Okay, that money you could be using for something else when it's like really serious. And then when something really gets serious and it's time for you to use money, you probably will be so used to finding ways to get things that you wanted and needed, then you might find a way to get that, and still save your money. So only the people that can actually use their brain and be smart, they're not trying to impress people and be broke. They're trying to impress people and themselves and be smart about what they're getting out there, the resources that they're getting out there that's free, that they consider treasure, which was another man's trash. I know that sounds like kind of yucky a little bit, but this is like really honest. Your average person today has found their way to use the resources around them to get things for free and make money off of it instead of spending their money to impress you or themselves. Now, you see someone out there who actually needs help with saving money or getting money and keeping it, or just maintaining it, trying to conserve what they have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not supposed to spend any money, but I was just sick and tired. Like I told you, I don't have my place right now. So I cannot just go anywhere and just think that I can film without me having someone say, excuse me, sir, you're filming in here, and this, and that, and the third. What are you doing? Are you gonna pay for something? So I had no choice but to buy a coffee out of Sheets. I'm at Sheets, yes. I had to purchase a coffee. I did not want to spend any money. I had $5 left on my debit card, and it was in my savings account, but it did not work at the machine. It said insufficient funds, and why? That's because I did not transfer money from my savings over to my checkings. And even if I used a chip, which usually works, even if you didn't have money in your checkings account, you still have money in your savings account and you use your chip, it will work at certain businesses. But this one, I guess it was a certain limit, or it just doesn't matter what the limit is. They just won't accept the amount of money that you have on there. So I had to spend a $20 bill and I got my change back. But my thing is that I was not trying to spend anything. But God knows the intent of my heart and why I did it. But do not spend any money. Okay, if you find yourself spending something, please, after you spend something that day, make sure that it is less than $5. I'm sorry you have to do this because there's so much stuff out there for free, like food that will get you, that will make you feel better about yourself as soon as you get something inside of your body. Like, as soon as you consume the meal or the first free thing that you got for free, then you'll be able to have a different mindset. You probably wouldn't even be hungry and want to spend anything because now you're satisfied because you've actually consumed a meal that was free that you did not pay for. So now your mindset is not on food, it's on something else. So yes, I did spend, I think, $1.49 for this cup of coffee, but I'm not going to spend anything else for the day. Like, I am completely done, because that would be stupid for me to spend money and I don't have a job and I'm not working right now. That'll be completely stupid for me, because then I'll start to see myself wanting to go to over here and spend something, over there and spend something, and the next thing you know, it's going to be a pattern, and I'm going to, I don't have anyone else to stop me because it's just me. So, I'm not a baby. I'm actually someone who is full grown, and literally it's up to me to do the right thing with the things that I get. So I don't know what else to say, to explain to you, to anybody who is having a hard time saving. Now, if you have a job, then you probably can see yourself, spending, but then you have to realize that you can't spend that much over there anyway. You still need to conserve because you're trying to save. The whole point is to save. Now, I do get upset about certain banks because if you don't have any money consistently being put in there, eventually at the end of the month, they're going to withdraw some of your money. So that I don't like because it's like they're charging you to save, but your whole point is to save. So why are you taking out? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. I mean, you have to put money in there to open up an account anyway, so they're using that and investing with it when you don't even really realize it. But at the end of the day, that's just extra greed. But some people, banks aren't the banks. It's inside of their home. It's inside their car. It's maybe on them. Don't carry any money around you or anything like that. But I guess I do still use a bank. But I just don't like the fact that they charge you when you're trying to save. That's the whole point of you saving. That's the whole point of you saving. So you don't have to worry about that. But don't spend any money if you are either homeless or if you are jobless. What's the point? What's the point? Because you're not going to save anything. You're going to keep spending it. And you don't need to be around anyone else who don't understand that. And don't tell anybody about how much money you got or anything like that, because that's just like way out of proportion. I thought you guys already know that. There's no need for that. So yeah. That's all I have, guys. I don't have anything else. Just don't spend any money. Or if you do, try to limit yourself. $5 a day. And then if when you realize the resources that you have in your community, when you start realizing that that so much free things are out there out for you to actually use, that they're just giving away, there's nothing wrong with these items, then you look around and you say, well, this person probably did the same thing, but you can't tell that they've been doing it. And this person has been, and your average person with the most money has literally figured out a way to get things for free and save what they have. This is literally true. I see so many people who spend their money and they don't have anything, but they spend money as soon as they get it and it's all gone. And they're back to square one. But they could have ate for free over here. They could have got some food for free over here, or some free clothing from over here, or free toiletry items over here, and then stack your whole entire house up. As if you're in your own house, it's easy for you because you can get all the free stuff out here that's given for free and store in your house and save all your money. That's like the smartest ways to go. Every now and then you might see yourself spending some money, but conserve and know when to budget. Don't do it more than once a day. Don't do it twice a week. Do it like once a month. Seriously. Once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks. Okay, one day out the week. That's it. Give yourself one day out the week. But you don't need to always spend your money on stuff like that. That is ridiculous, guys. Okay? So thank you for watching. Don't forget what I said. Subscribe at the bottom and like the video, and also leave a comment down at the end of the comment section. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.